to try my best. Thank you. Yes, I'm so pumped for that. Okay, so my name is Shonda Maynard. I am a star director for Team Saved by the Smell. I live in a very small town in eastern Kentucky, and I have been with Scentsy for about 2.5 years now. I have a son named Hendrix. He just turned 3, and I'm happily married. And thank you guys for congratulating me for level 2. I'm pumped. But yeah, so I've been with Scentsy about 2.5 years. I joined whenever I had quit the VA Medical Center. After I had my baby, I decided I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. And I joined just for a discount and some extra money in my pocket, and the rest is history. It just kind of blew up from there, and I am in love with this company. So I was looking at everybody's comments. Hey, Angie. Okay, so again, thank you guys for letting me come on here to talk to you guys. So I did earn, I've got my little award up here, Annual Mentor for the first time this last year. And I will say that's probably been my biggest accomplishment since I started Scentsy. And I am trying to hit it every year from here on out, right? So right now, we just started the new year in May, and I think I've got 10 people right now certified, so I'm super pumped about that. And I'm going to give you guys some tips and tricks to hopefully help you with sponsoring. And even if you just take away one little thing, that I've done my job. And if I tell you things that you've already heard, then guess what? That means a ton of consultants has already told you this, so it better be something that you are going to start implementing in your business, because you're getting all kinds of people telling you, right? But hopefully I will go over some things that you might not have heard or might not have thought before. So we're going to talk about why you should sponsor, who you're going to reach out to, common excuses and what you can say to people when they give you those excuses, how to advertise, what to say, and then what you're going to do once they join. So I'm going to go through my list here. And again, I talk a lot. I'm going to try to keep it minimal, but I do have a list here to try to help me stay on track. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to just comment them below, and we will start right off. Okay, so why should you sponsor? Okay, so it's pretty simple, right? We all want to grow our business, but let's start for just kind of a basic reason. I guess we'll start out with a less personable reason, and that would be, for example, an incentive trip. If you are with Scentsy because you really want to earn the incentive trips, then guess what? You have to have sponsoring points, and you have to have people on your team. That's just how it is. And there's a lot of people that do it strictly for incentive trips. So if you are somebody who wants to travel, that's one reason right there. You have to grow your team. You have to sponsor new people, right? So you want to grow your business, but the more people you have on your team, the easier it is for you to get paid a title, the easier it is for you to promote, and it kind of takes a load off of your shoulders, right? And you're going to get a higher paycheck. So I'm going to break those down a little bit for you. And I always like to tell everybody on my team, I heard another consultant say this, that we're all only one person away from our business changing, right? Which can be life-changing. So you might feel like you are in a funk right now, but I promise you could be one person away. You could get one person on your team that is completely going to flip your business around and can change your life. So you always, always, always want to be getting as many people on your team as you can, and you want to be teaching your team to do that as well. So let's talk about more people on your team and how it makes it easier to promote, how it actually takes a load off of your shoulders, right? So let's talk Superstar Consultant for a second. Okay, say you are a Superstar Consultant, guys. You have to have 6,000 group wholesale volume, right? That's equivalent to 8,000 PRV. Okay, so every month you're trying to get that 8,000 PRV to get paid at title or to promote to Superstar Consultant. You need 8,000 PRV. Is it going to be easier for you to get 8,000 PRV with, say, 17 people on your team? Or is it going to be easier for you to get 8,000 PRV with 7 people on your team? You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a whole lot easier with the more people you have. It's going to be easier if you have 17 people on your team to get 8,000 PRV in a month compared to only 7. So it's going to be much easier for you to hit those numbers, and you're not going to be struggling at like the 30th of the month, you know, scrounging around anywhere you can to get that PRV, pushing your team to get those numbers at the very end of the month. It's going to happen easier with the more people that you have on your team, okay? Hey, Lauren. Hey, Heidi. Hey, Leah. See more people popping on here. So we want to get as many people as we can because it's going to make it easier. It's also going to help in slower months because let's just be honest, in December, January, things normally, in most scenarios in the past, it usually is a little bit slower. So you want more people on your team because you are going to have slower months. You're going to have months where people is going to quit, unfortunately. You're going to have people who might only get 200 PRV once out of every 4 months. So say you have 17 people on your team, you might only have half of them working, right? So you want as many people as you can because it's going to take the load off of you. You don't want to be getting Superstar Consultant and be having to get 6,000 PRV yourself just to get paid at title, right? It needs to be a team effort, and that's the great thing about this is that, you work as a team. All of you work together to get these higher numbers. So the more people on your team, the better it is. And let's talk about paychecks, right? So right now, the majority of your paycheck, it might come from your PRV right now. And that's fine. That's awesome. You should always be after the high PRV. I always shoot for 2,000 PRV. And if you want to go far in this business, I encourage you to shoot for 2,000 PRV and make it a habit. Make it just something that comes natural. Every month, you're going to get that 2,000 PRV, okay? It's just consistently, it's habit. You do it all the time. But what you might not realize is the higher you promote and the more people you get on your team, the majority of your paycheck is going to come from your downline. Like I'm telling you, like the higher you promote, the majority, you can get thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars off of your downline. That means the more people you have on your team, the more, yes, always push for 2,000. Absolutely, because we all want that minimum $600 paycheck, right? But the more people you have on your team, then the higher your paycheck can be. And again, eventually, the majority of your paycheck is going to come from your team. So you want it to grow as deep and as wide as you possibly can. So you want to get in a habit of always trying to sponsor, gosh, at least two. At least two. We talk about the 2-year plan. If you've never heard the 2-year plan, 2,000 a month, 2 new recruits a month, and teach your team to do the same, right? If you did that and everybody on your team did that, you would see a crazy amount of growth in 2 years. It would be crazy. Okay, so who am I going to reach out to? So I've got a little list here. You're going to reach out to first your dream team list. If you don't have a dream team list, then you need to start one, right? So think of people, say for example on Facebook. You have people on Facebook, maybe they haven't even bought off of you, but they just have a super spunky personality. They have a big following. They're always positive, and you just know they would do really, really good if they ever sold Scentsy. You were like, oh my gosh, that girl could sell anything. I wish she was on my team. I wish I could talk her into selling Scentsy. Put her on your dream team list. Put her on your dream team list. Start building a relationship with her. You can eventually, send her some samples in the mail, ask her to host a party. You just start off small, but you want to have a dream team list. That's also going to have like your best customers in there. Also, when you have your best customers, you want to like break it down and be like, okay, you have spent, this much money in the last 3 months buying yourself Scentsy. Do you realize that you could have actually made this much commission off of your own orders? Like, why don't you get paid for your own orders instead of me getting paid for your own orders? Like, you can totally join Scentsy just to get paid commission off of your own orders. Like, reach out to your best customers. Your hostesses, clearly we're going to reach out to our hostesses. We're going to reach out to the guests at our party. We also want to get outside of our warm, how many of my ladies has heard that? You also want to get outside of your warm market, right? So a lot of times you'll find people and they say, I don't have anybody else to reach out to. I have reached out to everybody and everybody keeps telling me no. It's because you're asking the same people. Okay, if you ask the same people, somebody might eventually say yeah, but a lot of people still going to say no, right? In this business, you are never, ever, ever, ever going to stop looking for new customers. You're always on the market to get new customers all the time, and you're going to continue to do that all the time. So what are you going to do? Here's some things that you can do. For example, I'm using Facebook as an example for a lot of things right now, mainly because of COVID and things going on, and everything's online a lot right now, right? Okay, I seen the comment I was just seeing. But you want to get outside of your warm market. So one thing that I do is, say, for example, I have parties. Whenever I have a party, I will add those people to my personal Facebook page. Okay, the guests that are there, especially the ones who purchase, I will add them to my personal Facebook page. not to my business page, not to my VIP group. That comes later. But first, I add them to my personal Facebook page because I'm wanting to build a relationship with them, okay? So they've already partied with me, so they know who I am. So when I send a friend request to them, they're not crazied out by it. I don't want them to be like, oh my gosh, she only wants me on there because she's going to start messaging me about Scentsy. No, I'm going to build a relationship with them, right? I'm going to like their post. I'm going to comment, if they make a good meal, I'm going to comment on it. If they have pictures of their kids, I'm going to comment on it. They're going to see me. They're going to see what I'm doing. Oh, Sarah, thank you. Sorry, see, I get distracted. I do not even need to read these. But I got a brain fart already. What was I saying? Oh, so you want to interact with them and you want to build a relationship with them, okay? I want to say, your kid's so cute, all this stuff. I'm building a relationship with them. And in return, guys, they are watching you. They are seeing me about my real life. They're seeing I'm a real person. I'm not just some crazy Scentsy consultant. But at the same time, they're seeing me post about Scentsy too. So I'm slowly building a relationship with them outside of Scentsy so that they can gain my trust, right? Because people's going to buy off of people they like and they trust. I'm going to stay positive, right? I don't post politically on my Facebook page. I try not to be no negative Nancy. I try to be happy, uplifting, positive, somebody that people want to come to, somebody people want to follow, somebody people would want to buy off of, host with, and hopefully join one of these days. So you're always wanting to grow your market. So that's what I do, is I always add people to my Facebook. I also use, on Facebook, they have a little section every day that pops up that says, people you may know. So I try to add a couple people off that a week. I don't just add some strangers, but people in my area, oh yeah, I know who they are. They're going to know who I am. Let me add them. And again, I'm just building a relationship. I'm not jumping right up at them with Scentsy, but they will see my stuff, right? And also groups, like Facebook groups. For example, I love decorating, right? So I am on all kinds of different decorating groups. And I will post in those. Say I'm just posting like a new table that I done. But secretly, I've got Scentsy sitting there, right? So I'm not screaming Scentsy, but there's Scentsy there. And so I'm going to start making new friends. I'll comment when somebody posts something, or I'll add somebody because they have the same style as me. Or somebody might comment and be like, oh my gosh, what do you have in that pot? Well, that's actually a warmer. Oh my gosh. And then you can just kind of go from there. So you also want to, say, for example, you like cooking. Join cooking groups, right? Get new friends from that and then just add them to your personal Facebook page. And then they're going to eventually see what you're posting about Scentsy as well. So outside of your warm market, always be adding people to your personal Facebook. Common excuses. Okay, so let's go to what you're going to hear once you start getting these people that you're going to reach out to. What are they going to say? I'm going to go over 3 common excuses I always get. I don't have the time. I don't think anybody will buy from me, and there's too many consultants in my area. I know you guys have heard at least one of those before. Like, seriously, I feel like I hear those all of the time. Okay, so I don't have the time. What are you going to say to somebody who says I don't have the time? You're going to say, oh my gosh, the great thing about this business is you can work your own hours. I try to tell people if they can just spend 45 minutes a day of uninterrupted time a day, like no kids screaming, no on your phone, like you're getting down to business with work, especially if you have systems, it makes it work a whole lot better. 45 minutes a day, you can have a very successful business, whether that's early in the morning, or whether that's late after everybody goes to bed. Everybody has a different time. 45 minutes a day for your business, okay? What else do I tell them? I say, honey, you only got to submit 3 parties a year. 3 parties a year to remain a consultant. Like, everybody has time for that. Technically, everybody has time to submit 1 party a month, right? I mean, like, that ain't hard. And so when somebody tells me they don't have time, you can, find 45 minutes a day or submit 3 parties a year. 3 qualifying parties a year. Too many consultants. Yeah, I'm seeing everybody's seeing those. Yes, we have all seen those excuses. I don't think anybody will buy from me. So I get that all the time. Okay, all the time. I don't think anyone will buy from me. So here's what I like to say. I'm like, oh my gosh, guys, Scentsy has like the coolest thing right now. They have a host exclusive kit. It kind of lets you test the waters, right? So what we can do is I can set up a party for you. I can come to your house. if I could come to their house. Who knows who wants to go to anybody's house right now, but I would go to their house, or I would say, I'll, drop off some catalogs, some scent testers. I'll set you up an online party, a Facebook group. I mean, you do all the things because you want to show them they can be successful. I tell them to shoot for $500 in sales. We're going to get them as many sales as they can. I say, if you get $500 in sales, you're going to get your starter kit for free. You're going to get a $100 commission check, and you're still going to get free and half price items. And honey, we're just testing the waters. If it does not go good, then that's fine. You have no obligations whatsoever. You tested the waters, you tried, that's fine. But we know we're going to make that party successful, right? They don't know that, but we're going to make sure they are successful. But the thing is I just tell them, hey, let's just test the waters. Let's set up a party. If it goes good, we'll flip it all to you. If it doesn't do that good, I'll just act like it's no big deal. No big deal. It's no big deal. Guess what? Because I'm still going to have a kit that I can offer to somebody else if they don't want it. Too many consultants in my areas. Guys, I'm from a super small town in Kentucky, and since we've had a huge hyper growth, luckily most of them are underneath of me, but there's a lot of consultants in my area, right? But the thing is that we all know somebody different. I don't care if it's your best friend. If your best friend hosts a party, I guarantee she's going to have about 3 people that she knows that I don't know. It might be a distant relative. It might be somebody who lives across the United States that I've never met that's her cousin. It might be a coworker. It might be her hairdresser that I never... They're going to know somebody that you don't know, okay? Somebody's always going to know somebody that you don't know, even in a small area. And it can be a little crazy. You are going to know some of the same people, right? You just moved from Kentucky. Well, okay, so, sorry. Again, here I am reading these. So you have people from different, what was I saying? Oh, so we all know people. Look at this, seriously. I got my nose right in front of me. We all know different people. That's what I was saying. And the main thing that you want to remember is customer service, okay? As long as you are treating these customers top notch, they're going to keep coming back to you. That's just how it is. I have a lot of people in my area, they'll get mad because a lot of people, like, I post an image, then like 10 other consultants will post the same image, and you're like, we're all trying to be unique here. Like, what the heck you doing? Everybody's seeing the same post. But at the same time, I try not to let it bother me because I'm like, hey, if I'm treating my customers good, they're going to come to me even if they see 10 other people posting this awesome pic that I picked, that I posted. Or, they see all these other people posted I hadn't posted. They're still going to come to me because I treat them well. I follow up with them. I'm nice to them. I'm more personable with them. I don't just go to them for Scentsy. I build relationships with them. So when you have a lot of people in your area, you just have to realize, guys, that you still know people that other people don't know. And if you are treating them with excellent customer service, they're going to keep coming back to you. Okay, so there's always ways to bust these excuses that people say. So how are you going to advertise, and what are you going to say? So with this business, no matter what we're doing, we always have to be consistent in everything, right? Consistency is key. We've all heard it, and it's no different when it comes to sponsoring, when it comes to advertising. So whenever we are advertising kits that we have available or just different opportunities to join our team, you want to make sure you use all platforms, right? Again, I'm talking social media right now. You're going to use your personal Facebook page. You're going to use your VIP group. You're going to use Instagram. You're going to use stories. If you've not used stories, you need to get on stories because I feel like I get so much feedback from stories. But you definitely want to get on every type of platform. Do not just post in your VIP group that you have a kit available. Guys, I have had so many people join my team that's never bought Scentsy off of me before. If they've never bought Scentsy off of me before, then guess what? If they've never bought Scentsy off of me before, then they're not in my VIP group, right? They're only seeing my posts because they're friends with me on my personal page. So I want to make sure that I'm posting on my personal page and not just my VIP group. The cool thing about stories, if you didn't know, you can do polls. So like I'll say, I have a discounted kit available. Are you interested? And then all they have to do is click it. Yes, I'm interested. No, I don't like free stuff, or something like that. So polls are really cool that you can do in your story. So I do that often. I do that also about buying product, not just about joining my team. But you want to don't make your job look hard, right? You want somebody to want your job. So if you're looking like you're exhausted and you're just, I've been up all night making samples and all this, and dragging and complaining, nobody's going to want to do what you do, right? You want them to want your job. You want it to look fun. You know, bring in your family. I actually seen Kelly had posted a picture before I got on here of her kids helping her. I think it was bagging up orders. Take pictures of stuff like that when your family gets involved. If they're making samples with you, if your husband's helping box stuff up, if you're having your kids do a porch drop off, take a little boomerang of them, you know, going to deliver the goodies. But you want to make it look fun. Make it look like it's something that you do on your own time. You're not taking away from your family time, and you really want to intrigue people so that they want to do what you want to do. They want to ask you questions. You want to show how much you love the product. If you're selling a product, you better be showing how you use it, right? You need to be showing every day how you're using the product. And again, I use my stories a lot, right? Opening up a fragrance flower, I'm going to show you. Using my counter clean, I'm going to show you. And this all relates to sponsoring, guys, because we're planting seeds, okay? So the more you post, you're still planting seeds for people so that they, again, will want to join your team because they're like, oh my gosh, she uses this product every day. She loves it. And then we're going to go in a little bit farther about other things that I do. Go live, okay? We're all scared. I get it. Go live. Talk about your story. Talk about why you joined Scentsy. Talk about what Scentsy has done for you. Go live, do it. You're going to have to get out of your comfort zone, right? Don't be worried about what somebody's going to say to you. Don't, okay? I know some people's like, oh, I don't want to offer the opportunity. I'm sure people think I'm crazy. You know, all I do is sell Scentsy. Nobody thinks that, you know, I can do anything. Nobody's going to think it's a real career. Guys, they're not writing your paycheck, right? Don't worry about what other people think. I promise you, there's a lot of things that go on Facebook that I don't want to see, that I don't like. I don't, you know, defriend them or whatever. I just keep scrolling. They're going to do that to you. If somebody's rolling their eyes at your post, I promise they're going to keep scrolling. Who cares? The point is that you're going to have people looking, right? And another thing I meant to say at the beginning is you never want to make somebody's decision up for them. You're never going to be like, oh, I would never ask that person. They would never join my team. They're a lawyer. They don't need that money. Not everybody joins Scentsy for the money, right? Some people join it. Maybe they need more friends. Maybe they want the free trips. Don't ever say that person wouldn't join my team just because I don't think they need Scentsy. They're a millionaire. They don't need Scentsy. You never, ever make up their decision for them. You're always offering the opportunity to everybody, right? Okay, so show what Scentsy has done. Okay, show what Scentsy does for you even without mentioning Scentsy. So I like to do things. For example, I am blessed enough I get to stay at home with my little boy. So what I do is when everybody else is at their 9-to-5 job, I'm posting when we're at the park. I'm posting when we're at the lake. I'm posting all this stuff without even saying Scentsy. But really people's like, why is this girl home all the time? Like, is she really making money to where she can stay at home? Like, I wish I was at home. Instead, I'm stuck here in this desk. It's 80 degrees outside. She's swimming. Little things like that. You know, if you go on trips with your family, I just posted a thing, guys. My husband got to come home. He's always traveled for work. And thanks to my Scentsy business, he's now able to work local. He's always been gone Sunday through Thursday or sometimes Friday morning. So we only have like 2 days with him. And it literally started, today was his first day working local. So he's going to be home with us every night. And that was because of Scentsy. And I share things like that. I go live about it. I post pictures of us. They're going to see us all doing things together. And they're going to be like, oh, I remember now her husband's home because she got to do that because of Scentsy. So I'm not even saying Scentsy, but they're seeing what Scentsy does for me. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Kelly. Oh, I just looked up Sherry. It just said she didn't know what boomerang or stories are. Girl, you need to get on it. Instagram has stories. Let me just say, the generation right now, they look at stories. A lot of times people look at stories more than they look at posts. So it's up at the top of your Facebook. It's up at the top of your Instagram. I have mine linked together. I post a story like today I did spraying Scentsy Fresh all over my bedding, or if I'm using my washer whisk, or if I'm spraying my counter clean, I do it. And I add it on there. And people just click and they see it. And they have polls on there. There's boomerangs. It's just these cool little video clips. Look into Instagram and Facebook stories and look up Boomerang. There's an app you can download, or on Instagram stories, there's just like a little button you push for Boomerang. Super simple. You need to do it. Promise. I get so many orders and so much more feedback from my stories. Always put a join brochure in every order or mail out you do. Okay, whether it be Scentsy's, whether it be your own, whether it be a little 4x6 card you have, something showing them why they should join Scentsy. Okay? There's a ton of different forms that your leaders can share with you. You can make up your own. You always want something in every single order about joining your team. Again, whether it's a Scentsy brochure or whether it is something that you make yourself. Now, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. One of my favorite ways to get people to join my team is the discounted starter kit. My absolute favorite way, right? Because not everybody has $99, right? We're able to offer a $59 kit or less every single time we close a party. So you guys ready? Listen. My favorite motto is never ever close a party without a new teammate. Ever. Do not close out a party without a new teammate. That means you are going to do everything in your power. You're going to reach out to everybody. You're going to go through your list of 100. I think I didn't even talk about the list of 100. I actually skipped that. List of 100. You want to make sure you have that too. If you've done a list of 100 a long time ago, you can redo a list of 100 all the time. Let me scroll back up here so I don't forget what the letters stand for. But if you're going to do a list of 100 of people to reach out to, think of the Frank method is what I call it. So you got F for friends, you're going to write down all your friends. R for relatives, all your relatives. A for acquaintances, such as like your hairdresser, co-workers, things like that. And then N for neighbors, and K for kid connections, such as like if your kids are in sports or if they're in daycare, anybody, oops, my phone was dying. Anybody that they are, I didn't freeze up, did I? Am I still good? My phone was dying. It was giving me a warning. But make your list of 100, and that's how you can go off of your list of people to reach out to anytime you have a discounted starter kit. So what I do, anytime I have a discounted starter kit available, guys, anytime you close out a party, you can offer a $59 kit or less to anybody. It doesn't even have to be the original hostess. If you don't understand how that works, that's a whole other topic on its own. But just know that every single time you close out a party, you need to be getting a new teammate because you can offer them a discounted kit. And it can be $59, it can be $29, it can be free. You can offer them a discounted starter kit. So what I like to do is if I know a party's going to be closing, I've already asked my hostess, they're not interested. And again, when you ask your hostess, you want to give them all the information. Be like, oh my gosh, your party's been amazing. You're going to praise them for their good work. They have done awesome. Be like, you had this much in sales. Honey, you're going to get this much commission off of this party. You're still going to have this many half-price items, yada, yada, yada. I think you should join my team. You would be great at it. If somebody says no and you're giving them all this good reasons and they still say no, then they might just not be ready just yet, right? Because you've gave them, they're going to be getting commission off of their party and they still don't want to, then they're just not ready. Some people, that happens. So then you go to their customers, like who has bought off of them, and say, hey, I have a discounted starter kit available. Anybody interested? And you wait and see. If nobody says anything, then it's time to go to your list. If you've ever had anybody interested, if you've posted something and somebody's just liked it, if you got them on your list of 100, if you've got them on your dream team list, you're going to personally message them and say, hey, I have a discounted starter kit available. Would you be interested in it? Or do you even know anybody else who might, benefit from a discounted Scentsy starter kit that you can refer me to? Okay? You're gonna ask for referrals as well. You are going to get that kit to somebody. I usually start advertising a couple days before I close my party, just because I can advertise it more. Because sometimes if you're down to the nitty gritty and you're posting like an hour before your party closes, sometimes it can be, a little harder to do. So I try to give myself a couple of days. That way I know who I have interest. Say, for example, you have 3 people interested and you only got 1 kit, then you can write their name down for next time. You can have them host a party so that, you guys can go ahead and flip that party. So let me see. I'd scrolled up here and then I got lost. So what are you going, let me move my phone a little. Okay. What are you going to say, different ways that you can advertise it. So I just want to read through this list. Pretty simple ways that you can advertise just on social media. And again, you want to do it on your personal, you want to do it on your VIP group, you want to do it in your stories, all the places. And you also want to personally contact people, letting them know that you have a discounted starter kit available. But you can say things just to catch people's attention. I have 1 starter kit available. Who wants it? That's pretty simple. Have you ever considered making extra money with Scentsy? See if anybody says anything. If you could join Scentsy at a discount, would you? Do you know somebody who could benefit from a discounted starter kit? Tag them below. Do you know a former Scentsy consultant? Tag them below. I'm asking former Scentsy consultant because guess what? They can join for free. Or reinstate for free, sorry. Who on my friends list has been a Scentsy consultant before? Then if they comment, then you can message them and remind them they can reinstate for free. Did you know if you're a past consultant, you can reinstate for free? You can just advertise that, and then somebody will be like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know. I asked the other day who all was Scentsy consultants. I had some of my best customers that was Scentsy consultants, and I never knew it. It had been like years ago. I had no idea. Do you already buy Scentsy? How about you get paid for your own orders instead of me? Grab my discounted starter kit today. Could you use extra money before Christmas? Give this wax slinging business a try. No obligation. If it doesn't work for you, that's fine. You can stop selling. I have a discounted starter kit available. Worst case scenario, you get a warmer and a wax bar at a discount. I mean, like, guys, we're giving it a discount. The starter kit alone, they're getting a deal. That's the worst case scenario. You want people to stop and think about it. Be like, wow, wouldn't I? I mean, I already buy. Why don't I get paid for my purchases instead of her? Man, she showed me what all comes in that starter kit. I mean, like the warmer and wax bar and counter clean's worth what I'm going to be paying for it. Let them know, let them know it's not a big deal. Let them know that you're going to be there for them. You're going to, try to help them along the way. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But you want to make sure that you are sharing it in all of the places. Do not close out a party. Can you imagine, guys? We close out, I know I close out 1 billion parties, I feel like, in a month. Can you imagine if we got a new teammate with every single one of those? And if you taught your teammates to do the same? It'd be crazy. But here's where it gets a little, once they join, you don't just want somebody on your team, you want them to be successful. So I'm going to tell you one of my favorite things that I do. I'm sure people do different things. I had a hair in my mouth. But I'm going to tell you what I personally do. So I do my own personal shooting star incentive. So I love, Scentsy has all of these different, goals and awards that you can achieve. But of course, we know the first one is shooting star. So to me, it's a little weird if somebody says, if I'm like, okay, your first goal is to sell 500 PRV within your first 15 days. And they're like, okay, great. What do I get? And I'm like, well, you can buy a $300 kit for $200. Like a lot of people's going to be like, I ain't going to pay $200. And they might not. But a lot of people, it's not really going to push them to get that 500 PRV because they're going to be like, well, if I don't hit it or if I do, I ain't going to pay $200 for a kit. They're not. Some people, that does not entice them. So I was like, what can I do to entice my new teammates to get 500 PRV within their first 15 days? And here's what I do. And it's been extremely successful. So what I do is I offer them a free mini warmer and 3 wax bars of their choice for free. If they hit shooting star, they're going to get a mini warmer and 3 wax bars of their choice for free on me. So how am I doing that? Guys, I get half price items all the time, whether it's half price, whether it's on perpetual party reward. I type in the Scentsy system, the $20 one, it's $35, right? $35 for a mini warmer and 3 bars. I get it half off, so I'm only paying $17 for the mini warmer and 3 bars. So I'm paying $17. They've hit 500 PRV to get that. And if you guys didn't realize, let me just tell you, a lot of people don't realize this. If you have somebody on your team that hits shooting star, guys, Scentsy then turns around and gives you the following month $25 in credit once they hit that shooting star. So I'm not out anything, okay? I've already paid half price for the warmer and 3 bars, right? I've already paid half price, $17, and then the next month Scentsy turns around and gives me $25 in credit. Hello, yes. Sarah says she does her own too. To me, that has worked out perfect. Everybody loves a mini warmer and 3 bars. That's worked out perfect for me. And then that also, guys, that means that they're halfway to certified. They're halfway to certified already. And it's pretty easy to get somebody to certified, Hey, you're going to get a pay raise. And then I still tell them what a good deal the Shooting Star Enhancement Kit is. And then a lot of people will still buy it for $200 and some people won't. But again, that helps them to get to certified. So your main goal is to help them. You guys just want to remember that you're going to be their biggest cheerleader. Don't make it any harder than what it is. Go through the steps. Somebody joins your team, you're their biggest cheerleader, right? You're going to give them the information they need to know. You're going to help them, even if you have to help them with their launch party. Help them hit their shooting star. Help them get to certified ASAP. And then from there, you just continue to help them promote up the ladder, right? And by doing that, they're going to be sponsoring people. They're going to be sponsoring people. You're going to teach them about the 2-year plan. And in 2 years, you're going to see huge growth, y'all. And you're going to see huge paychecks. You're going to see incentive trips coming. And it's just going to be, it's going to blow your mind. Like, seriously, let me scroll up through some of these because I had to quit because I was getting a little lost. So, let's see. Sarah said she needs to get more tech savvy. I've seen that. Okay. So it looks like I didn't miss anything. Do you guys have any questions? I hope, again, you guys might have heard a lot of this before. And if you have, again, if you've heard this from multiple consultants, then we're telling you the truth and you need to implement it into your business. But I hope that I've at least gave you one thing to take away from this, maybe something that you didn't do or maybe something that you look at a little bit different. These have all worked well for me and things that I'm going to continue to do. Just know that you always have to be growing outside of your warm market. You always need to be meeting new people. You have to be, yes, they are addictive. Yes, they are, Sarah. But you just have to be consistent in all of the things you do. Show your love for Scentsy. Continue to do it. Do not get discouraged. Do not care what other people think. You continue doing what you're going to do, or what you do, I'm sorry. And I promise, like, you're gonna see the benefits from it. You might not see it right away, but I promise people's watching what you do. And so if you will seriously use all of these platforms, if you will get a list together of people that you can contact anytime you have a discounted starter kit available, I think that you'll see huge success for it. So I'm so thankful that you guys let me come on here tonight. Kelly, thank you so much. And I hope you guys have a good night. And I love making new friends, so feel free to friend me on Facebook. And yes, I'm so thankful that I was on here. So I am in a different time zone than you guys. It's 10 o'clock here, so I'm going to take this makeup off and get ready to go to bed. But you guys have a good night. See ya.